Hi everyone. So today my goal is just to fill. Let's see how many half sheets we can fill. And let's see how many people go in. I just want to be able to write names on this half sheet of paper that we are filling up. Just need to make sure this is shut. So I am a crafter from New York City. I've had this channel for a bit. It's been neglected, I know. So let's see whose names can land on the sheet today. No lines. I want it to be free form. Hi, Emma. You're the first. Hi, Gamer46. Hi, Daphne. Thank you for stopping by. I write my D a certain way because my name starts with a D as well. Hi, Emma. Again. Gamer Flips. Oops, sorry, misspelled. Let me redo that in a bit. So it's GMRFLIPS. Gamer Flips. I still misspelled it. Gamer, unfortunately, I don't, but I have a niece who does. Hi, Emma85. I will do even better than that. I am going to pin you. There you go. I hope that makes you happy. Thank you so much to everybody who's here. Hi, Emma85. Where are you chatting from? Oh, gamer. I think I have to seriously think about getting on Roblox. So Emma, I would even do, since we're a little slow today, I'm going to do your name in my standard handwritten lettering. There you go. Gamer46. Thank you so much for being here. So I'm just starting this. Thank you so much. I love doodling. So because I've been doing it for quite a while, I've gotten adept at just scratching it out. And There you go, Gamer 46. And then we have Daphne. Thanks for stopping by. Just say hello and we're going to do your name. Thanks for all the hearts. Appreciate it. I'm a very baby channel. Please like the live stream. Subscribe if you can. Hi, Isabella. Okay, we'll do the basic. I'll write your name in block print. I'll write it in script as I would in cursive. And since we're kind of slow, we're going to do yours in my own handwritten alphabet or font. There you go. Hi, Peggy. Thank you for stopping by. I have to lift the paper. We're still a little slow, so I can still do everybody's name in the lettering. Otherwise, when we get faster. Hi, everyone. Thank you. Please like the live stream. Shout out, and I'll give you a shout out. Evan. Of course, we'll do Evan, Isabella, because you are here. In the coming live streams, I will hopefully be able to do this in a brush pen. It's just that I wanted to see how many people will come in. Thanks, Daphne. Love the heart. There's Evan. Gamer 46. Thank you so much. It's I'm just 200 subs, so it's a long ways away to 1,000. I'm really a crafter. I don't consider myself an artist. I saw somebody doing this online and I said, hey, I can do better than that. My penmanship is actually better than that. And I do, like I said, I do all these, I do these letterings, or I have my own personal font I've gotten used to. And one of these days, I'm just going to do artwork here. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I do journaling. I do jewelry. I love, love, love to write. Gamer 46. The problem is I do not have a budget for that. I don't intend to spend for subs. If it's free, it's for me. I'll take it. Right, Daphne? If you can leave a comment, or I'll try to go back later, or when I see the sub report, then I can sub back. Gamer, thank you so much. I would really appreciate it. You know, I chose the name Gotham Chick because I have an Etsy store that's named Gotham Chick. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I have a day job, and the day job gets in the way of hobbies like this. So I work on my personal stuff only when there is enough time between work, YouTubing, of course, and being a mother to a 21-year-old son. So, but I really, really enjoy crafting, and I always try to learn new things. So this lettering I've actually developed it through the years. So I would do something like this to thank you all. There you go. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You know, YouTube really is all about community. I envy those who have thousands and thousands of subscribers, right? But it's really about building a base, building people who share the same interests, who watch the same things, who play the same game. There you go. How can I do what? Have a day job and still craft? Believe it or not, I crochet. If you check out the channel, I crochet, I knit. I taught myself how to knit with chopsticks because I came from a country, not China, but I came from a country where we didn't have knitting supplies maybe 50 years ago. I'm almost 60. So a heart to everybody who is here and supporting my first live stream with me talking and doing this. There you go. Thank you, everyone. Sending positive vibes and my Jedi powers as I tease my son. Out to all of you. We have to spread positivity, right? And we just need to keep going. And it's a Sunday. It's a beautiful day in New York where I am. Oh, and I also collect postcards. So I thought I'd write this. Look at how beautiful they used to write, right? Also, the sad thing is these days, hi VR Jack. Okay, you get a shout out. There you go. And I'm going to do your name. So we were just talking about cursive writing. VR Jack. Thanks for stopping by. There you go, VR Jack. Yay. Please don't forget to like the live stream, sub if you can to help me get on my YouTube journey. There you go. Isa. I guess that's how you say it, right? Not Isa. Isa. And then we're going to pin Gamer46. Thank you so much. If you can sub, that would help me get to 1,000 subscribers, right? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Isabella, when did you start YouTube? I actually have a monetized channel, which is all about New York City. I started that 2 years ago, but I've been on YouTube since I'd say 2009, 2010, but I was a watcher. You know how all of us watched videos and didn't really go for monetizing or didn't really go for creating channels? Digital creators were not quite the thing. And then my son started doing toy reviews before Ryan's World, and he had actually quite a following, but we never got to monetizing. I always found the 10,000 minutes that was required before, or was it hours? It was a different monetization requirement like 10 years ago. Oh my goodness, Gamer46, you are the best. And I know that gaming has its own niche. The other day on my other channel, there was a gamer who came in, and when I checked out his house, it was huge, really huge, and he was only 14 years old. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Gamer46. You guys rule this world. Most of the biggest content creators, I'd say, are actually gamers, and they have the following, they have the sponsorships. Thank you so much. I don't know how you found me, but thank you so much for stopping by. Same with Daphne and the others who are still here. Thank you. And we shall keep going for a bit. I usually try to stay on a live stream for an hour and see who pops up, who doesn't come. Thank you, gamer. I am going to connect with you on my other channel. So sometimes it's hard to find a niche, and I wasn't really into getting in front of the camera. So I started live streaming on my other channel, but that basically caters to Filipino Americans like me. So I tend to speak in the two languages as I do the live stream. But of course, for Gotham Chick, this is more attuned to crafting. And like I said, I have an Etsy store. It's Gotham Chick on Etsy. Why did I choose Gotham Chick? Because I'm from New York, but I didn't want to use chic or CHIC because I felt that was too much of a claim. But I am a girl and I am from Gotham City, so I am Gotham Chick. I do simple jewelry, earrings, bracelets, necklaces, and like I said, I love, love, love to write. And I've been working on my art journals. You'll see it on the channel. And yeah, it's just, we all have to have. Oh, I live in New York. That's why my tagline, if you visit the actual channel, says living, dreaming, crafting from New York City. Yes, so that's me. Still living, dreaming, crafting from New York City. So sometimes I talk about the jewelry, sometimes I talk about the journal. And now I decided somebody's doing this online, and my God, I saw the feed. It was very, it made me drool. So thank you to everyone who's here. I really, really appreciate it. And we're going to do while we're waiting for others to come on. Only you, I know. But you know, one thing I noticed with the live streams, they come and go. So sometimes you'll see like 20 people, and then suddenly it's one or zero. You can't take it personally. Even I do that. I pop into live streams and I see I can't even spell. I pop in and out of live streams, and you try to see, okay, there's enough people there, or that's too crowded, or I'm not interested in that. So, but I have participated as part of the audience in a live stream, and there's entertainment in it. Not always something I want to chime in on, but hey, sometimes I do. It's again, like I said, community. There you go. Yes, only Daphne. No, it's not creepy. I always ask people where they're chatting from. Where are you chatting from, Daphne? Yes, you can do that, Isabella, or you can hit the share and it will generate the link and the screenshot. You can create a post, share and create a post. Oh, you're nearby, Daphne. I love Massachusetts. I've been to Boston, I'd say 2 or 3 times. The first time I did the tour, the one on the streets. Yeah, Isabella, where are you chatting from? No need to give me the exact address, just the state. Thank you so much. I appreciate the share. And hopefully it'll bring more people in. Um, Thank you, Isabella. We can wait. I am not going anywhere. Texas. I am actually heading to Dallas next Saturday to go to Utah with my 21-year-old son and his girlfriend. And here's the strange thing. So we're heading to St. George, right? I'm already looking up craft stores if there are craft stores there. And then we're going to stay in Kanab because we're trying to do Zion National Park, Bryce, the Antelope Canyon, and go back to Zion. So 3 New Yorkers trekking. And it's the first time for my son to go on a real hike. I've done something in the Acadian Mountains in Maine. I love Texas. You know, my son and I were there in, I'd say 2020 for a wedding. We went to Austin, and my son and I sought out this hole in the wall barbecue place, and it was just life changing. My son said, Texas has ruined ribs for me. Nothing will ever taste better than this. Yes, we're stopping in Dallas Fort Worth for 2 hours, and then we're going to shift. We're going to do a connecting flight to St. George, and then on the way back. What is my favorite food? That's a difficult question because then it would depend on the cuisine. For American cuisine, I'd have to say steak. I'm a real carnivore. So when I need to make a personal sacrifice, I give up meat. I don't want to get into religion, but there's a certain time of the year when we make a sacrifice. We're asked to do a personal sacrifice, and that's what I do. I give up all meat for 40 days. No chicken, no beef, no pork. I only eat fish and vegetables, and that is sort of my religious sacrifice because that's how much I love beef. I love steak. I can eat it every day, although that's not good. And so does my son. So we're going to check out a few barbecue places. We've already looked in St. George, and we're going to drive between the different national parks. It's sort of one of those once in a lifetime things. Heading, let me say, heading to, we're heading west. There you go. So, you know, one thing I wanted to do in Massachusetts, Daphne, is because my son's really into basketball. I heard the basketball museum is in Springfield. Unfortunately, I don't drive, so I've been telling him he should go with my ex-husband, his dad. And I heard it's worth the visit if you're ever in the area, I was told by a friend. Oh, thank you, Daphne. Please connect, and I will connect with your channel also later. I think it's very important for us to stay positive. I'm almost 60, by the way. So I don't really consider myself an expert in crafting, but there are a few things that I do well, like scribbling lettering like this. So I said, I saw the one that's moving along. There's a live stream that was moving along doing names. And she was just writing the names. I said, I can do much better than that. Oh, that's all right, Daphne. You don't need to apologize. I've bumped into a lot of people who are on YouTube as watchers. And I actually have an account where I watch shows from all over, vloggers, especially in the Philippines. There was a channel that closed. So one of the equivalents of like ABC closed, and all their all their newscasters and their hosts, their commentators open channels of their own, so everybody's now chasing them on YouTube watching their shows. And at the same time, I also have YouTubers here on the state side, in the state side, sorry, second language, uh, that I watch, and I find it very relaxing to watch crafting. So that's the reason why I'm trying to revive this channel and get it going. So yes, we are heading west. I'm going to start a new page just so I'm ready while we're trying to see if anyone else will come in. Okay, Gamer46 is rallying the troops, and Isa said she has shared the post. Thank you so much, Isabella. Thank you so much. So that's that. So I did a few crochet alongs. I've never finished that bag yet, but I will finish it soon. I like doing stuff that I wear, so I've stopped buying scarves unless it's fabric, because I knit and crochet. I crochet my own scarves and beanies, and I've found that buying the pattern for those is actually a good investment. I've made one or two for other friends as well. So I read patterns. I've tried freeform crochet. I got lost. There are things that we need to learn to be able to do. I have been wanting. Oh, there are several channels online that show the basics. So here's the funny thing. I've been crocheting since I'd say I was 12. And then I just realized maybe 4 years ago that there was one major stitch that I had been doing wrong all along. So you can learn along the way. I found that a lot of the dollar stores have crochet hooks. My suggestion is you start with yarn, acrylic yarn, and most of the hobby shops like Michael's and Joann's, they have their own line of yarn now. Those are easy to do. Don't be discouraged if you find that your stitches are very tight. That's normal. You need to go to some basic through some basic stitches to be able to do it. But um, even me, who has been crocheting for decades and decades, I also end up unstitching whole projects. So do not be discouraged. It's all about patience. And it is really very relaxing. That much I can tell you. It is a very relaxing hobby when you get the hang of it. And you can't stop once you start. So that's why I've tried not to start any new projects, because I'm going to be tethered to my sofa or my chair, and I end up bringing the project even on the bus. I put it in a small bag, especially if it's something that can be assembled like granny squares. I do one of those. There are some channels that do the basic stitches, and then sometimes they provide links to simple patterns. I would do like a long scarf as a first project, because then you don't get frustrated with having to come up with many pieces to form, let's say, a blanket or a shawl. A scarf is a big accomplishment as it is. So, I'd start with that. And you can actually do a scarf knowing 2 stitches only. So it depends on how big. But like I said, I would suggest you start with acrylic yarn. I'm trying to find the ball so I can show you how to find the right needle. So if you go to, say, Michael's or Jones, I don't know. Some people say Joanne, some people say Joan. Each ball of yarn has an equivalent hook, or the proper hook size. I cannot find what I'm trying. Give me 1 second. I have a bag here. Oh, you're in luck. Okay. So this is the thicker yarn, loops and threads. This is Michael's own brand. So when you buy yarn, whatever size it is, it will have this. So it shows you the size of the yarn. So this is medium. And then you can disregard this because you're still learning. And then the proper hook to use for this size of yarn. So this is sort of the thicker. This is not the ultra thin yarn. This is the best size to start with, because then you won't have a hard time holding it, stitching it, and pulling it through the loops. So there you go. Eventually you'll be able to make something like this, but I'd go for something simpler for starters. I'd go for a simple scarf. There you go. So that's what we're trying to do. Crafting is life. Okay, I'm going to write that here. Crafting is life. Right. Crafting is life. Do you have a lot of craft stores around you? For me, unfortunately, the closest one is in Manhattan. I do work in Manhattan, so it's accessible, but it's a commute. So I have to ride 2 subway trains, one switch to get to it. And I try not to go because I get carried away. You know how you walk into a craft store hoping to buy, let's say, a pair of scissors, special scissors for your project, and you end up leaving with a whole bag of yarn or fabric. Right? I can totally relate. Like, especially when there used to be a ton of bead stores in Manhattan. Of course, they've all closed. And we're now left with just online shopping or very limited resources. And I hate that. But when I used to go in, let's say I really just needed, let's say, a pair of pliers or a special tool, I would end up walking out with a bag of beads. And I had no idea what I needed the beads for. So that is the danger of crafting. Don't you agree, Daphne? That is the danger of crafting, really. Let's see. I am supposed to be writing 2 friends back. 2 friends who wrote me longhand. And letters are so precious these days because everybody texts and emails. And even text messages now are being overtaken by voice notes. So, too much technology if you ask me, but I think there's a lot to be said about uh, having something and holding it in your own hands, like postcards. I collect postcards, so this is one. So this is an old postcard, ancient. This is a an antique, and look at the handwriting. Then, so gorgeous. And this was just a scribbling. Even it wasn't calligraphy. See, there will come a time that there will come a time, I think, that reading and writing cursive will be a skill. It will no longer be just something people do. Because even now in this generation, some of our younger kids cannot read cursive. And not no judgment there. It's just that times have changed, and I guess that's just how it is right now, right? Okay, we're hoping to get more peeps in the room. Wait a sec, let me just check. How is my live stream showing? So I will try to do this regularly on maybe Saturdays and Sundays because we are trying to grow the channel. Plus, I want to get actively into crafting again. Hold a second. Let's switch accounts. Mm-hmm. Are we public? I don't think it's visible. Just trying to find it. Thank you. I'm just trying to find it. Mm-hmm. Hold a second. I just need a short break. Oh, I'm looking for the wrong thing. Okay. Do I like boba? We actually have a drink back home which is similar to boba, but here I can't. I'm lactose intolerant. Sorry, too much information. And most of the boba is made with milk. So that's what's keeping me back, but it is a treat for me. I like it when I do succumb to the temptation. And it's something that's sort of like I wouldn't do every day. Do you like boba? What's your favorite flavor? What is your favorite flavor? Strawberry. I like strawberry as long as it has milk. I mean, as a fruit, I also like having it with my pancakes. It's one of the flavors that I prefer among the berries. So I prefer that over the blueberry, for example. That's all right. No apologies, no judgment. This is a safe space for crafters. No judgment. So one time I tried to do a video just crocheting. It's hard if it's this close because excuse me, I use a phone. So the phone is just a few inches away from my hands. And then I have to like watch that my hands are always on camera. So that is a struggle. This is easier if we can get people in. So hold on, let me just share it on some other accounts. And yeah. Um, what crafts do you do, Daphne? Do you craft or what hobbies do you have? I like to bake and color. Also, I like diamond. Diamond painting is something I haven't tried yet, but I've seen friends who did it. I like to bake too, but my only issue with baking is there's so much cleaning up to do. So during the pandemic, like everybody, I tried like probably 3 or 4 types of banana bread and pudding, and I love both. Yeah. I don't know why more people are not joining, so you are so sweet. Thank you, Daphne. No, I think one reason is this is my first live stream with me talking. So sometimes I just do, one of those silent live streams, which everybody finds so boring. So I'm not out there. Also, I haven't been watching on this account, so people don't know. Yeah, and maybe, so a friend has told me that consistency is key, so you always have to do it. I might try to catch up with it during lunch hour. I work a 9 to 5 job during the day, which gets in the way of crafting, by the way. But that's what pays the bills. So I am always in the city. Yeah. And that's why my main channel is, what do you call this? Focused on New York City. Because I can just walk and grab a camera and walk through, and that's already content. For crafting, it's a little more pointed or defined. So really you have to really focus on what you want to show. So let me just do a quick show of like how I do my lettering on my. This is a mini journal I'm writing for my niece, and she's like 14. So I like doing junk journaling. I'm attempting. I do. She doesn't read script very well, so I do my lettering. So this was just on a sticky. She went to Japan, so I wanted to say have fun in Japan. And I learned from one established artist that when you're trying to do lettering, really, you have to start with your own handwriting and just build on it. So, for example, this is totally unrelated to us. It's part of an ephemera pack of old photographs that I bought online. I'm fascinated by old photos. So, I just like to scribble like this. And then here I have this. So I see her once a year. I'm going to go home again like in March of next year. I was just there this March, and I hope to give this to her then. So this is from an ad for the Metropolitan Museum of Art. No, the Metropolitan Museum. And I just picked it up. It was part of a flyer that I got in the mail. I added it to this. It's like a card now. These are just stickers that I bought off of Amazon. More crafts. There you go. I think she will love. Oh, I'm sure. I showed her sort of a preview, and she was so touched. And she's trying to do the same, but at her own level. But this is me telling her I miss her. So there. So yeah, where's everybody? I will cut out in an hour probably. I try to stay for another 20 minutes. But see, it's conversations like this, Daphne, that really it really encourages me to keep crafting and stay here on YT, crafting out and sharing what I'm doing. So whatever it is, I didn't want to focus on one craft, because some people, they just focus on crochet, they focus on knitting, and by the way, in knitting I only know the basic stitch. So what I do is I I jazz it up by changing the size of the needle. So there are big stitches, rows of big stitches, then it will go small row. So that's my limitation. I was actually thinking of baking bread this weekend or another weekend, but it requires whole milk. There's a Filipino bread that I want to do, and I've done it maybe 2 or 3 times during the pandemic. But the ingredients sometimes, that they're difficult, but they're not readily available in my pantry. I am a single mom. So between now my son's home, between his meals and mine, there's not really much creativity, and I don't do a full grocery anymore. So I hope to do some baking eventually, maybe after the trip to Utah via Dallas. How's your summer been, Daphne? It's you and me here. And hopefully when I come back, more people will join. I'm going to write that down so that when I take a screenshot of this, it will say. How old are you, Daphne, if I may ask? When is school? There are a lot of young crocheters who do fashionable crochet stuff, and it's not fancy stitches. It's just that they have the energy to sit down for hours and create them. I see a lot of them on TikTok and Instagram. My son is going back to school on August 25, so we need to move him back in by August 22nd. That's why my trip got jammed into next week. Oh, welcome, Daphne. I am so touched. I learned how to crochet at your age. So, there's so much possibility for you. You just need to go do what I told you. Go buy a ball of yarn. It's like $3.99, $4.99 when it's not on sale. So it's not going to cost you much. If you go to the dollar store, you can pick up the crochet hooks from there. But pick up a 5. Okay, so the best size for a hook is a 5. It usually will have the number written on the handle. Look, I'm trying to find a crochet hook so I can show you. I suddenly got excited. I want you to get into crocheting. So I was talking about that gamer, to Gamer 46 earlier. He's only 14. And it was his birthday when he bumped into me. And so we greeted him happy birthday. He was giving away money on Cash App, but he couldn't find me on Cash App. He said, I want to give $10 to everybody here. So he appears to be a very famous gamer, but still so young. I mean, you guys have access to so much these days. We didn't have these when we were kids. There. Join us next time, right? I'm going to take a screenshot of this later. So I started doing lettering probably when I was your age. What I did was I traced fonts. So full disclosure, I traced fonts. And that somehow gave my hand, written, drawn, or anything you do with your hands is muscle memory. So your hand will remember it, right? Like the way you mix your stuff when you bake, your hand will remember it. So you just need practice, and it's something you can always do. Let me just share. Hold on. Sometimes it's also the timing. Thank you. Okay, we're going to cut out. I have 14 minutes left. I have 14 minutes more, and hopefully, this is an avenue that I want to develop. It's a channel. My other channel has 12,000 subscribers, and it's been monetized for 2 years. So I've been on that account in YouTube since just after my son was born, so around 2007 when he started doing his vids. But I was watching. I didn't try to get monetized until 2 years ago. So I got the first channel monetized in 4 months. Okay, Daphne, say hi to Grandma, and I hope to see you again. Please sub, and good luck with the crochet. We can talk more next time. Bye. Enjoy your afternoon. So why don't we just do... I'm going to do my niece's... Bye. I'm going to do my niece's journal while waiting if anyone else will come in for a shout out. I have to see if it will be a bleed. So today is... Eight. Hi, Isabella. Welcome back. How are you? It's been quiet. I don't mind, and I don't feel bad because it's the first time I'm doing this and people are not used to seeing me here. They don't know what I'm all about. How has your summer been? And what have you been up to? Is it hot in Dallas right now? I am going to pin you. There you go. So is it hot in Dallas right now? We are waiting to see if other people will come in. I am writing my niece. She's like 15 years old. And I haven't chatted with her for weeks. There's school? Why is there school tomorrow? You start early? Because my son is in college, but he's not back till the 25th. And most schools open after Labor Day, right? Oh my goodness. And what grade are you in? Let me guess. 10th? 11th? My niece is 9th grade. Oh, you're 10th. It's been a while since my son was in 10th grade. He's now a senior, so... Oh, but you're younger than your boyfriend. And you're what grade? That's so sweet. That's really sweet. So my niece is an incoming ninth grader. He's going to be ninth, and you're going to be eighth. Oh, that's nice. It's a fun time. You should enjoy school, but just make sure that you do everything that's required of you so your parents can say anything about you slacking off because of all the activities, right? That's cool. Good, good, good. And I guess that's why you're on YouTube because it's a weekend. It's a dead hour actually because a lot of people are doing stuff, malls, grocery, having parties. I'm home. Why don't you want to go to school? See, the easiest way to get rid of school is to just have it be over and done with. Just attend. If you attend and you do your stuff before you know it, it's done. Isn't it fun? Isn't school in Dallas fun? You don't find it fun? Oh, a bunch of haters. You know, I hate haters. There was in my other channel there was a live streamer. I was doing a live stream and somebody came in and said, "I'll give you $500 to use the N word." And YouTube actually moderated it, so it was not shown to everybody. It just showed to me. And I didn't hide, I didn't show it. I just said, "I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that." I think there's enough hate in the world. I respect everybody's beliefs. You might like A or you might like B, but I don't think you have to hate each other, liking who you like or believing in what you believe in, right? Just stay away from the haters. You know, I feel sad for them. People who are full of hate carry a lot in their hearts because it's easier to like people and be pleasant than to hate them and get all riled up about what you don't like about them. And remember, darling, you cannot please everybody. If you keep your reminding yourself that, and you know, as long as you know you're not hurting anyone, you're good. Let me write that down. That's very important. Kindness is key. I tried to teach that to my son. I said, as long as you are a kind person, whatever happens, you will be in a good place because people will come to your aid if you need help, if you're a good person. Kindness. There you go. Ex-husband, I divorced him 7 years ago. It's an adult thing. It just didn't work out. That's all I'm going to say. But you know, I'm not bitter. And I told my son if I had to do it all over again, I would. Because without my ex-husband, I won't have my son. And he's precious to me. Why, oh damn. Why Why Isabella, why? What are you trying to say? Do you have a channel, by the way, or do you just watch? Why the question and why the comment? Yeah, what do you call this? I got divorced 7 years ago, and I have to say, crafting, I did a journal, and it was an altered book, and it was about my journey to happy. It was a very difficult time, and it really helped. I'm going to sub. Is this your main? I just can't jump because the problem is when I start jumping, I lose the live stream. I'm still new to this. I'm going to go jump now. Hold on. I just have to switch accounts on the other device. Because Daphne, who I was speaking to, actually doesn't have a channel. She just watches. And there are a lot of YouTubers who are like that. Okay, let's see. YouTube, I am going to find Miss Isabella, who has a channel. Go to channel. Okay, Bella. There you are. Okay, I have to play, see the best way, but you don't have vids, you only have shorts. The best way to get subscribers if you're trying to grow your channel is to actually produce a vid. I have to do a vid. But I am going to watch. You look so cute. Thank you so much for sharing me. I saw that. Oh, I love the montage. Okay, I am going to like that. Okay, thanks for watching my live stream. So you know that's me, and I am going to sub. That's so cute. I think it's very important to um, sort of memorialize or journalize your life because it will give you something to go back to when you are older. Some of it will make you laugh, like, oh, did I really do that? But a lot will also make you look at the way you are as you are older in a different light. You'll know it when you get to that point. So like I have a video of my son when he was 6, like really really cute video, and he's 21 now and he's trying to be a filmmaker. And I always broadcast that for his birthday, and I said that's my favorite video of you because that had you so innocent, and he was just a child. And then when he sees his other works, but back to you. Yes, I love your montage. You should do more of those, just like your activities. And forget the haters. Haters are actually people who are envious of others. They envy you. And too bad for them. Hey, too bad for them, right? They can't have the life you have. So, but I like your montage. Very good. Produce more of that. I'm going to watch. And I'm going to watch your other, and I'm going to subscribe to you on my main channel as well. It's Pinay New Yorker. It's more of a travel channel for New York, but I will try to do some videos of my trip to DFW. I tried to document the layover and then the trip to Zion National Park. Oh my God, you're so close there. You should try to go visit. I've never really gone around Dallas. The only place I've been to really is Austin. What does that mean? Uh, are you referring to my other channel? Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, so I have I have a bigger channel that this is the one I'm trying to grow. This is sort of my passion project. Yeah. But I really love your montage. You should do more. And thank you for stopping by. I'm so happy that the younger crowd saw me. It's usually a bunch of old people. Yeah. So I'm glad. And then um what does that mean from FR? No, I had subbed, yes. And I will sub with my other channels. You'll see. I'll tell you I'm a friend. Leslie posted about me and my boyfriend. Was it something bad? If Leslie posts about you and says something bad and she's one of the haters, then that means she's just jealous. No. Oh, it was a nice post. I would just count the good. There's a lot of hate out there and there's a lot of negativity. Oh, you post about you and your boyfriend. I think that's what you were trying to say, right? Don't you hate autotype or autocorrect? There was a girl named Emma, that's Evan's ex. Oh, darling. Exes will always be a negative force in our lives. But see, you don't know that Evan's going to be around forever. You might have another boyfriend by next year. When you get to college, you might have another boyfriend. Evan is your now. I would just enjoy the now. And don't listen to the negative things that come your way. You are such a beautiful girl, my God. Now I can see why they're hating on you. You have lovely curly hair. Other people pay hundreds of dollars to have that kind of curl. Did you know that? You're a very pretty girl. You two look cute together. See? And both of you have kind faces. That's very good. You know, you want this fish. So you don't want the other fish in the ocean. Um, so if that is the case, the way I would look at it is if you are meant to be, you will stick with each other through thick and thin. He must be a keeper. What's his name? Evan. Okay. So we'll do this. I am going to do a phrase because you're here and because I find you two so cute. Evan better be good to you because, you know, if you think that he's the one, he better be good. I know people who found each other in high school and ended up marrying their high school sweetheart, right? That is not an unlikely thought. 5 months, okay. As long as he's good to you, he's a kind person, like I said, you know, and he makes you happy. I think the most important thing is, does he make you happy? Because not all the people we love will make us happy. There are people we will love who will like hurt us, not on purpose, but who somehow don't make us a better person. If he makes you a better person, then go, girl. And please don't mind the haters. You will always come across in anything you do, even when you're a grown up and your mom, there will be mom haters. At work, there will be employee haters. Aw, there you go. There you go. No tattoos though. Promise me. That is a mistake that a lot of young people commit. They do tattoos and then later on they change their mind, so they end up with somebody else and they have to have it taken out. There are other ways to show how much you love a person. Don't get inked. Please do not get inked. Only after you get married. I'm sorry. You know which one's my favorite in this montage? It's the one of you two just walking. It's the one, yes. It's the one of you two walking, the shot from behind. Who took that? Your friend. Oh. No, I wish you and Evan well. I hope you subscribed and I hope you hit the notification button. I'll try to do this again next week. This is my first. Yay. So you guys are the original ones. That's very nice. And you know, it would be nice to you keep documenting stuff about your life like school. Exactly. Like I'm 59 and I consider this my journey to happy. This is your journey. You're just at the start of your journey. And again, you'll see what I mean 10 years from now when you go back and see it. Because a lot of people say, oh, I have the pictures on my phone or I have the printouts in my album. But there's a different way to document things when you feel it in the moment. So I wish you and Evan a lot of luck, a lot of fun. You should go to school tomorrow, otherwise you don't see him, right? So that should be a reason to go to school. I'm going to cut out now. Thank you for being here. I am very happy to have met you and the people who came in. And fingers crossed, I will be back. Okay? Enjoy the rest of your afternoon and your week ahead.